Hello, how you guys doing? Welcome to the channel. So today we have to talk about Little Nas X. As you guys know, I'm sure you guys been hearing the report. Yes, he is in the streets walking with some white undies and some white cowboy boots. It's like what happened to Little Nas X? Once upon a time, he was at the top of the world and all of a sudden he has failed down and it's been a hard crash. Like, don't you know the big fat tumble? That story about the big fat guy climbing up the wall and he fall? Yeah, that's what it's giving. And then it's like, where is his friends? He don't have any real friends. And where are all the gay people and the LGBT people that's supposed to love him and protect him? It's so prideful. What is going on? All right. And mind you, this guy, he was like the face of the LGBT. He was too young anyway. You need somebody with some skin in the game, somebody with experience. But honey, I guess he's on those drugs and it got the worst of him. Hey, Lisa, that's my sister. How's it going, Lisa? Lisa, do you like the butterflies I have in my hair? How's it going? What's going on? All right. So, yeah, I'm glad Lisa's here. Okay. She's everything to me. Okay. So, yeah, this is what's going on. I will put the video clips that's going around so you guys can see every single thing. Now, this is his Instagram, right? Because you know I'm nosy. And he really don't have much on his Instagram. And then his post, it has no comments. I guess a lot of people are not really feeling him and they use a lot of negative comments. So he's going through a lot of bullying or whatever. So this is the video footage that is going around of Little Nas X now, and this was like 4 o'clock in the morning, and it says prayers are up. Little Nas X hospitalized for overdose after roaming LA streets at 4 o'clock in the morning in his underwear. This is not a good look, y'all. All right, so let's play it and see what's going on with the Nas and the X.
Nah, 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 nah. Didn't I tell you to put the phone down? Uh-oh, somebody's gonna have to pay for that. Da, 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 da. Hey, for everybody coming to the party. La, la, la. Yes, I am serving you. I am serving you. And you better be at that party tonight. Oh, yes. Yes. Ha, 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 pow. Yes. Ha. Yes, get my good side. Ha, ha, ha. Every side. Ha. Boom, boom. Yes. Ha. Boom, cat towel. Ha. Boom, boom. Ha. Pa. Ooh. Sean Bankhead. Nah, 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 nah. Hey, don't be late to the party tonight.
All right. So when I look at this, I honestly, you know what comes to mind? I think about his mama. You know, his mama was like on them sugar boogers and in the streets a long time. And I honestly think that it's a lot of generational curse. It's the family curse. You know, his mom was on the streets doing drugs, and now he's on the streets doing drugs. And a lot of times you have to look at that. What are the mother and the father are, doing? And oftentimes, the kids, it may not look like it, but a lot of times they're going to repeat that cycle. I mean, look at Krishan Rock, and all the shit she's going through. It's like a repeat recycle of her family with all the fighting and the drumming and all that stuff. So that's just my take on it. What are your thoughts on it? I think it's a shame that he has no friends or no family. Well, his mom's on drugs somewhere. Where's his father? I have no idea. Where's his brother? I have no idea. It's just he's just lost in the sauce and he's so young. And hopefully he gets better. They say he got hospitalized. So maybe pumping all them drugs out. And it just looked like his career is doomed. At first, I said, maybe this is a stunt. Maybe he's doing all this to sell a record, But then when I go to his Instagram, I mean, it looks horrible. It looks like it's ghost town over there. Shit, nobody is on his socials. Let me go back to his socials. So you see here, this is a painting. You see the world, they let me know. Okay, I'm not. You see the world, they let me know. All right. Not understanding. But I will say this. It's people outside that's really dealing with a lot of issues. He has the world handed to him. He's a celebrity. He's a superstar. He can get the help that he wants to. He can afford the help. A lot of people can't even afford the help. I don't know what the fuck is his problem. If I was in his position, honey, I would not be doing no drugs. First of all, I don't even do drugs. Even when I was broke and poor, I never did drugs. Say no to drugs. But a lot of them, they do drugs, and I guess they do drugs because they don't know how to access their emotions. They don't know how to process that shit. So they're like, oh my goodness, I need a fix. I need to get me on some drugs because I'm going through some shit and I just don't have the heart or the courage to really talk about it or really work it out what the hell I'm going through. I hate how I'm feeling right now. So I'm just going to do some fucking drugs to numb it up and just to feel happy at the fucking moment. They become addicted to that shit and then the drugs take over and then they end up on the streets walking around, with underwear and white boots. And let's look at the article again as well, because everybody is talking about this. It said he was hospitalized. He was hospitalized after a bizarre scene in LA. After strolling down the middle of a major street early Thursday morning, TMZ, okay, breaks the story. Okay. So, what type of drugs he was on, I don't know.
Lil Nas X is hospitalized for a possible overdose. Lil Nas X was seen nearly naked walking down Ventura Boulevard at 4 a.m. with a traffic cone on his head. Officers responded to related reports, subduing him and placing him in handcuffs. Officers then called for paramedics to transport him to the hospital. Law enforcement sources tell us that Nas can still be facing charges, but for now he is being treated at the hospital. We are hoping for his full recovery. Lil Nas X is hospitalized for a
All right, so there you have it. There you have it. Thank you so much. They said they love my butterflies. Thank you so much. So tell me, guys, what do you guys think about this? I think it's sad, and I think it's sad that y'all put him the face of like the gay movement or the LGBT. Now look at your leader. Like, this is ridiculous. He had no business. You should have just left him alone. He should have just been staying doing country music. Y'all should have never had him doing that devil shit. Okay. Because look at it now, and you know what the other side are going to say. The Christians are going to say, look at the devil. Like, he's losing right now. Look at him. He sold his soul. And this is what's going to happen to you guys if you be gay and you do all this shit. I mean, the narratives, when you are a celebrity, you are a representation, especially when you're a celebrity of a certain community, that's already going to get shamed and fucked up in the process. And I mean, I think this is a time where so many LGBT people need him the most. They need to see him the strongest, and yet he's the weakest link. Like, how does that happen? It definitely feels like he was a puppet. Like, he's not a strong leader that you think. It seemed like somebody behind the scenes was mastering him up and left him out to dry when they couldn't use him anymore. And this is the result of it, just a drug zombie walking down the street, scaring people at 4 o'clock in the morning, walking down the street. It's crazy. But shame on his friends, shame on his family for not being there for him, for not loving him, where he felt like he has to go to drugs, where he felt like he had no other result than to be isolated by himself. I mean, whoa. I tell you guys, I just don't know the people that they're propping up. They don't have the balls to withstand. Okay. They just don't have it. So I don't know what's going to happen. What do you guys think was going to happen with all this? It's a sad day. It's a sad day. All right. Thank you. Shout out. Like this video, you guys. Let's get the likes up and the views up. You guys know this is talk my shit. You guys know I'm changing shit, whatever. All right. So I'm gonna look in the comment section and see what they're saying down here. What are they saying about Lil Nas X? They're gonna drag the shit out of him. Okay. All right, so there it is. They're gonna drag the shit out of him. Mm-mm-mm. Oh. Mm-mm-mm. All right. Well, I guess I came too early. I have to refresh it to get the comments because I really don't see any comments. And I know that's a lie. Okay. I know that's a lie. Somebody just passed away. Look, this just came up on my For You page. I don't know who this man is, but he's a TikToker. He died. All right. Don't know who he is. So give me a minute. Let me pull this up. See these comments, what they talking about. Uh, all right. All right. So a lot of people think that it says he's trolling. I thought he was trolling, but maybe he's not trolling. Maybe he wants attention. Is it possible he wants attention? It's definitely possible. I mean, I don't know, but they say he's hospitalized. Either way, it's a sad case. If you have to troll to get, I mean, they all troll, right? But I don't know why it seems so serious. Like if it's a troll, then let's do a prank afterwards. Let's laugh and kiki afterwards. But this is so serious to troll like this on something serious about your health and mental health and going to jail out of trolling. I guess people do it, but I hope I don't do I'd rather for him to troll than to actually be going through something mentally. But honestly, I think he's really going through something mentally because he was so beloved. And then he started doing the devil stuff. And then look at his Instagram now. He has fallen from grace so far where he have to cut off all the comment section because they keep dragging him and trolling him. And he's a young person. And I'm sure that's going to fuck with his mental. And that's why he has to stay on these drugs. And then I don't know what's going on in his relationship. And then when you're up in Hollywood, people are around you not because they love you. They just want to use you. So he is so probably naive. He don't know real friends from fake fans. And maybe he's at a crossroad in his life where he realized that everybody around him is so fake and phony. And he feels like, oh my goodness, nobody loves me for real. So he has to go to drugs, get overdose. Next thing you know, he's in the streets at 4 o'clock in the morning, getting arrested for decency exposure and all that crap. I mean, this is the last thing you want to do, especially in a Trump administration. Like they could really hang his ass and use him to push their agenda. They haven't did it yet, I guess, because they didn't need to. But honey, this is a slippery slope. I just don't know what to say about this, guys. I think it's sad and it's a scandal. Comment. I want to know what you guys think about it. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Make sure you guys like this video. Everybody's talking about it. Lil Nas X. Okay. All right. So let me see what else they're saying. Let me pull this up. What else are they saying? They say, yeah, remember that man was playing with the devil and blood in a couple of years ago? I told you they was going to bring that up. That's the first thing that was going to bring that up. And honestly, I don't even think it was his idea to do it. I think that whoever was above him or managing him was giving him horrible advice because they were upset at religion and Christians because what Christians have done to so many gay people, and it was a way of getting their lick back or whatever. But they use Lil Nas X as a pawn to get their lick back. And look at Lil Nas X now. He's just laid out to dry, no friends, no fans, no nothing. He's just like his mama now. He's just like his mama. And honestly, I don't think he's trolling. Maybe he's trolling, but I think a lot of this is real. I do. But comment, I want to know what you guys think about it. Okay. What else can I say here? Let's see what else in the comment section. People are saying this is not normal behavior. Of course not, stupid Sherlock. I mean, of course it's not normal behavior. This is the behavior when you're on drugs. And clearly a lot of you guys are on drugs. I mean, Lil Nas X is not the only one that's on drugs. A lot of you guys are on drugs. A lot of your sons are on drugs. A lot of your daughters are on drugs. Your fathers, your baby mamas, your baby daddies, you bitches are all on drugs. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, and it's not normal. Okay. All right. Disrespecting and rejecting God would do this to you. I pray he repents and get the help he needs. I knew they was going to throw that religion. Now, I don't think so. I think that this happened because he felt lonely. He felt isolated. He got bullied. I mean, if that's the case, then every homeless person, everybody that has fallen on hard times, they're being cursed by God because they did something horrible, and they get what they got because that's what they deserve. That ideology is so simple, it's so sheep minded, and it's so stupid. Okay. So that's how I feel about that. But I think people do that because it makes them feel good. It makes them, I don't know, whatever. But then don't come crying to me when stuff is fucked up in your world. I'm just going to look at you and say, well, clearly you're doing something wrong because God is not blessing you and he's not protecting you and covering you because maybe you're part demonic. You need to go pray about it. Something is wrong in your life. You need to go seek God, you know? All right. But they're going to be mad if I say that to them. Maybe I should start saying it just to do it, right? All right. So let's continue on and see what else they're saying out here. He's either struggling mentally or something. I hope he has safe and supportive village. Yeah, I hope he has a safe and supportive village, but it don't look like it. I don't think so. Or is he just rebellious? Or maybe he just got that DNA gene, like from his mama. Like maybe he's just, if his mama's on drugs, maybe he's just destined to be on drugs like his mama. It all started with his mama. Yeah. If the mama was not on drugs, maybe he would not be on drugs. I don't think he'd be on drugs if his mama was not on drugs. That's just how I feel about it. But I want to know, what do you guys think about all this? Comment, let me know. All right, I think I covered it enough. I'm going to leave out of here. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next upload. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, okay? Bye. How do I end it? How do I end it, baby?